and the northern lights. The sky above Luna was painted with swirling colours, greens, purples and blues, dancing like ribbons across the night. Luna had never seen anything like it before, and she stood mesmerised by the northern lights illuminating the snowy landscape. The air was crisp, and the snow crunched softly under her boots as she took a few steps toward the horizon. Suddenly, a flash of orange darted across her vision. Luna blinked and looked closer. Her curiosity piqued. There, in the distance, she saw a fox, its fur glowing with the colours of the lights above. The fox moved gracefully, leaving a shimmering trail of light in its wake. Without thinking, Luna followed. She remembered the lessons of the whale and the turtle, patience and perseverance. She walked slowly, knowing that rushing might only scare the creature away. As she got closer, the fox paused and looked back at her, its bright eyes twinkling like stars. Luna felt a deep connection, much like when she had listened to the whale's song. Every creature had wisdom to share. "Why do you follow, Star Keeper?" the fox asked, its voice a soft, melodic whisper that seemed to blend with the wind. "I want to know how you glow like the lights in the sky," Luna replied, stopping a few feet away from the fox. "It's beautiful." The fox sat on its haunches and tilted its head, considering Luna. "These lights," it said, gesturing toward the northern lights with a flick of its tail, "are part of my spirit. The Sami people call them guvsahas, the fox fires. Legend says that when I run across the snow, my tail sweeps across the sky, sparking these lights into being." Luna's eyes widened in wonder. "You create the northern lights?" The fox chuckled softly. "Not quite, but I am part of the story, as are you." Luna sat down on the snow, feeling its coldness seep through her clothes, but she didn't mind. She was fascinated by the fox and the magic that seemed to swirl around it. "What do you mean, part of the story?" The fox's eyes glimmered as it began to circle her, leaving shimmering trails in the snow. "Every creature, every star, every light has its place in the grand dance of the universe. The northern lights may seem like something separate from the world, but they are connected to the snow, the earth, the creatures that run across it, just as you are connected to the stars above and the ground beneath your feet." Luna nodded, remembering the lessons of balance and courage from the serpent. "But how do you adapt to such a changing sky? It's never the same from one moment to the next." The fox smiled. "That's the beauty of it, child. To live is to change. The lights above shift and transform constantly, and so do I. The key is to flow with the change, to let go of what was and embrace what will be. Adaptability is the secret to survival, especially in a world that is always moving." Luna thought back to the turtle's steady pace and the whale's deep, resonant song. They had both taught her about perseverance and connection, but this was something new, the ability to change, to transform as the world around her transformed. It felt powerful, yet daunting. The fox stopped in front of her, its glowing tail lighting up the snow. "You've already learned much on your journey. You've listened to the voices of the ocean and the forest, trusted your instincts in the face of danger, and shown patience when others would have rushed ahead. Now it is time for you to embrace change and understand that sometimes the only way forward is to let go of what you think you know." Luna hesitated. "But what if I'm not ready? What if the change is too much?" The fox's eyes softened. "No one is ever truly ready for change, Luna. That is why it is so important. The lights in the sky do not wait for permission to shift. They simply do. And in their movement, they create something more beautiful than what was before. Luna gazed up at the northern lights, their colours shimmering and shifting in a way that seemed almost alive. She felt something stir within her, a sense of wonder and excitement. The fox was right. She didn't need to be afraid of change. She could embrace it, just as she had embraced the lessons from the creatures she had met before. The fox stood, its tail glowing brighter now. It's time for you to continue your journey, Luna. Remember what you've learned, but be ready to learn new things. The world is full of surprises, and the only way to truly live is to keep moving, to keep growing. Luna smiled and stood, feeling lighter somehow. "Thank you," she said softly. The fox gave her a nod and began to trot away, leaving a trail of shimmering light behind it. Luna watched as it disappeared into the night, its glow fading into the distance. As she turned to leave, she felt a warmth in her chest, a new lesson, a new understanding. Change wasn't something to fear, it was something to embrace, just like the shifting lights in the sky. And with that, Luna walked into the night, ready for whatever her journey would bring next.